instruct you in the ways of issuing basic move orders. But first, in Steel Division, each battle begins with a selection of the units to be deployed during the action, called a battle group. Click. This is your battle group overview. It's composed of 8 unit classes, which we will explore step by step during the boot camp's exercises. Each category contains up to 10 slots in which you will later place a unit's pack. For the purpose of this exercise, we've granted you access to the infantry class with 1 unit pack slot. Welcome to the showroom of the infantry class. It seems like the raw recruits are ready for the exercise. In Steel Division, units are available by pack. Packs are composed of one of several units' cards, which represent the maximum number of deployable units on the field. Notice the available airborne rifles pack. Click on the unit pack and hover values to obtain further information about the unit. Right-click or drag and drop the available airborne rifles pack on the empty slot to be able to deploy it on the field. Once the airborne rifles pack is in your battle group, click Back, then Validate to see next how the land lies. In Steel Division, each battle begins by the deployment phase. Its purpose is to pre-position your units within the blue area, called the deployment zone, and plan. To position a unit on the deployment zone, click on the requisition menu to deploy it. Then click on the number on the requisition menu is your given 70 requisition points for the deployment phase. A deployed airborne rifles unit uses 1 card from the pack and 35 requisition points. Once all the unit cards have been deployed on the map, the pack disappears. Infantry units are deployed with a transport already accounted for in the card. The WC-25 truck is an unarmed transport from which the Airborne Rifles Squad disembarks to fight on the battlefield. Vehicles go faster on the road. It is advised to deploy motorized unit on road to quickly reach a strategic position. You can shift the unit's position by holding down left-click on the unit's tag, or remove it, right-click from the map to place it back to the requisition menu. Click the Launch Battle button once you have completed the deployment. Well done. The battle is launched and your deployed WC-25 is now under your control. Control the camera using the short keys. Direct it using the arrows. Rotate it by pressing the middle mouse button and the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Zoom on a unit tag to trigger the follow camera. Your objective here is simple. You must reach the farm and disembark an airborne rifles squad once there. Notice on the map the road that goes straight to the farm. The quickest way to complete the objective is to give the order unload at position to your WC-25 unit at the farm. To issue your first move orders, left-click on the unit's tag to select the unit. Left-click on the Unload at Position order and left-click on the map to apply it, or right-click to cancel the order.
I'll let you off at these coordinates.
The Unload at Position orders the transport units to take the fastest way using the road network and disembark their passengers at the selected position. Beware, once the unit is disembarked, the transport disappears and cannot be used again. When a unit receives an order, you can select it and press Shift to display the ongoing order in real time. You can also give multiple orders by pressing Shift. A unit can also comply with other move orders. The move order orders the units to take the straightest route to the selected position. The move fast or one transport unit has reached the farm. You can wait for the unload at position order to comply, or you can use the disembark to immediately disembark. No sign of enemy units. The farm is secured. Well done, sir. Your airborne rifles squad is now controlling the area.
Fast and clear.
Your first success, sir. You've learned how to compose a battle group, to deploy, apply move orders, and disembark the infantry from their transport. Good job.
Airborne ready, sir.
The second exercise will be your first contact with an enemy. I will teach you how to deal with the front line, urban cover, and firepower. Click Next to build your battle group. We have unlocked 2 unit pack slots. Left click on a slot to edit the infantry class. The airborne M1919 machine gun is now available. It is an infantry team with a medium machine gun. Different units in Steel Division have different equipment. The red front line indicates a perimeter controlled by an enemy. Army intelligence has warned us that at least one enemy unit is holding the farm sector. Since your units are deployed with their transport, you should not expose them that way to enemy fire. Instead, disembark them in the selected area near the farm sector so they can close on the enemy position on foot. You can issue your first move orders during the deployment phase. Select the deployed unit and order Unload at Position and apply it. Keep in mind that your troops will comply with the order only when the battle starts. Click the Launch Battle button once you have completed your deployment.
I'll get you there as soon as possible. Nothing to report. Nothing to report. I'll get you there as soon as possible.
Notice that the front line is moving when your troops are advancing. Most of the units in Steel Division influence the front line, so it gives you a feedback on enemy strength and direction, and vice versa.
Locked and loaded, sir. Relocating.
Yes, sir. Move out, man!
This machine kills fascists. Break it down and move it out. Yes, sir? This machine kills fascists. Relocating.
Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die! First platoon! Easy company!
We're ready, Captain. Lay some spread.
These farm buildings appear empty. They can provide good cover for your men. Notice the mouse's cursor color changing when you hover over map elements. The color indicates the level of protection. Yellow for light cover, and cursor green for heavy cover.
We fix them, you flank them. Checking belts, sir.
At your orders.
Crowd spotted, check your sights.
First platoon!
German grenadiers are firing at us. This is the first taste of battle. These grenadiers are tough guys with their deadly light machine guns. The best way to dislodge them is to meet them with superior firepower from the cover of the farm building.
Let's go!
Notice the unit status gauge above the unit tag. It indicates the suppression level of a unit. When it's full, the soldiers are pinned down. Pinned down units can surrender by moving close to them. It's also a good way of neutralizing an enemy. Congratulations, sir. The enemy is pinned down. If you are close enough, you can make them surrender. Great job. The enemy unit surrendered. They raised the white flag and will soon leave the battlefield. Well done, sir. The front line is moving and is now overlaying the farm as there are no further enemies there. You've learned how to use the basics of the infantry in the front line to use morale and urban cover at your advantage. Good job. After the successful raid on the farm sector, squads on the field are asking for an ammo resupply. During this exercise, I will teach you how to capture an enemy supply unit and how to resupply. Click Next to build your battle group. Pick all available infantry packs to validate your battle group. As you can see, a new pack of infantry, the Airborne Leader, is available. Notice the white star on the unit card. This specialty icon indicates a platoon leader, who improves the stats of every unit nearby and also heavily influences the front line. Most leader squads are small and too lightly equipped to engage the enemy on their own. It is also strongly advised to combine them with regular infantry squads on the field. We've got intel about unarmed Opel Blitz left in the farm sector. The squads deployed on the field can safely capture it. The road seems clear, so you will exceptionally not deploy any units on the deployment zone, but simply guide the glider rifles and the airborne M1919 machine gun on the field to capture the unarmed enemy unit in the farm sector. Click on the Launch Battle button.
Germans ahead! Get ready for a fight!
To capture an enemy supply unit, first make sure no other enemy unit is nearby. Then simply bring one of your units close to it, and it will automatically switch sides.
At your orders.
Need some covering fire?
The Opel Blitz is captured. This is an unarmed supply unit which can replenish any nearby units with ammunition. Capturing this type of unit is a good way to exhaust enemy units on the field. Since the glider rifles and the airborne M1919 machine gun weapons are depleted, you need to bring the squads and the supply unit to a halt together to refill their weapons.
Transportkommando bereit.
Any orders?
Notice the yellow circle. It represents the supply range for units to get replenished. Now your units are once again ready to kick some ass. German troops are flanking us and will soon surround the units in the farm sector. Units are considered surrounded once they cease to be linked to a ground reinforcement route or are not close to a platoon leader. We need to regain control over the map. We have been granted new requisition points and may deploy units from our battle group on the field to neutralize all enemy units.
Bereich.
We have identified an enemy platoon leader, the Grenadier Führer, along with the Grenadier infantry squads. That's why they have so easily reclaimed control of the front line. If we could neutralize the Grenadier Führer squad, its influence over both the front line and the Grenadier squad will lessen and eventually collapse. We need to break the surrounded units' encirclement. Luckily, the airborne M1919 machine gun is an airborne unit, as indicated by the wings on its card and tag. Airborne units are used to being surrounded, so they retain their influence on the front line the same way as platoon leaders. On the other hand, a non-airborne or non-leader unit, such as the glider rifles, once surrounded, loses its capacity to hold the front line and suffers moral penalties in enemy territory.
Be careful! Enemies nearby. Sir! I'll get you there as soon as possible. Ready to transport.
You have deployed your airborne leader. Good choice. Once disembarked, it improves the experience level of any Allied unit close to it. This up-leveling is represented by the yellow star under a unit tag. Once your soldiers are on foot, click on the hunt order. That stance allows your soldiers to stop moving and to fire at the first enemy within range. An enemy squad is pinned down and cannot move. It's a perfect opportunity to force its surrender. Make sure the unit is isolated to bring one of your own nearby. To force a unit to surrender, it needs to be covered by the opponent front line, suppressed, and with no ally unit close by. Once a unit surrenders, it leaves the battlefield raising a white flag.
Say again.
Yes, sir? Place some suppressing fire.
Yes, sir.
Nothing's moving there anymore.
Sir. Come on, folks. War's over there.
We're ready, Captain. We fix them, you flank them. Place some suppressing fire.
Sir. Beginning the attack, sir. Follow my tracers. Jerry's dead.
Good job. One enemy squad has been neutralized. You're beginning to slightly regain control over the map. Continue to deploy units on the field to swiftly get rid of the remaining enemies.
Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die.
We're ready, Captain.
Achtung! Feind im Nahbereich!
Sir, yes, sir.
Locked and loaded, sir. Place some suppressing fire. Medusa at your service.
This war will be over by Christmas.
We fix them, you flank them. Place some suppressing fire. Cut
The surrounding units are saved. Great job. You have successfully rallied them. Well done, sir. You have reclaimed control over the map. You have successfully put into practice the capture of an enemy supply unit, the resupply of your troops, and regain control of the map.